A very happy morning to one and all here. The topic today I am going to be discussing is chronic kidney disease with diabetes for those who are not undergoing dialysis for now. So we will start with CKD stage 1 to CKD 5. What are the dietary adjustments we need to do in order to prevent the progression of the disease? So basically, I am a nutritionist. My name is Meenakshi Bajaj, and I have 27 years of experience in the field of clinical and therapeutic nutrition. I am a registered dietitian by qualification. So we'll go on now to the main foods for you to understand more with clarity that what we can consume if somebody is having diabetes with chronic kidney disease. See, usually we tell the patients to strain away the rice water. The reason being the blood sugar also will be under control. At the same time, if potassium and phosphorus is a problem, they also will get leached away. Now in CKD stage 1 to 3, you don't need to worry about wheat. You can take wheat 3 times a day, 2 times a day for improved blood sugar control. You can also need not worry to restrict it to less than 50 grams per day. But remember, you need to consume whole wheat. Don't take refined wheat flour. So that's one very important message which I want to share here. Apart from that, you can have rava, you can have sevia, you can have rice flakes. But remember, rice flakes is equivalent to taking rice. So if you have consumed rice flakes for breakfast, again you are going to consume rice for lunch. Your sugars may not come under control. Now, when it comes to dals, in CKD stage 1 to CKD stage 3, you can just consume dals once a day. That's not a problem. But if you feel that the food is not very palatable when you're consuming it only once a day, you can take thin dal even twice a day. Now, whether you take dal or you take whole grams or you take beans or you take peas, all of them come in the lentil whole gram pulses dal variety. So I would suggest when your urea and creatinine has just started picking up, you're still not reached, beyond stage 3, you need to restrict the dal to once a day. If you're taking thin dal, you can probably take it twice a day. But it has to be replacing the dal or the beans or the peas or the whole gram variety. Now, when it comes to vegetables from CKD 1 to 3, don't worry. Consume all vegetables other than the vegetables which are below the ground, which I mean by saying potato, yam, colocasia, carrot, beetroot, all these roots and tubers will increase the blood sugars. So if the blood sugars are not under control, it will, it will progress the chronic kidney disease. So all the roots and tubers, you need to avoid them, but you can consume radish, you can consume onion, you can even consume carrot like a salad, but not like the cooked form. All the rest of the green leafy vegetables, other vegetables can be consumed. Now, when you cross CKD stage 3, if the problem of potassium rises, then you need to pressure cook all the vegetables, all the green varieties, discard the water, and once the water is discarded, the potassium and the phosphorus leaches out and your serum potassium levels will be normal. Otherwise, you will be in trouble. As I mentioned to you, it will affect your heart most importantly. I repeat it again. There are 2 methods of leaching. One is you finely chop it, put lots of water, pressure cook it, throw away the water and then season the vegetable. When you season the vegetable, remember when potassium is a problem, you will not add dal, you will not add tomato, you will not add coconut to your vegetable poriyal or kootu or any gravy. If this is one method, second method is you boil it, discard the water, boil it, discard the water, boil it, discard the water. 3 times you will repeat the process if it is open pan cooking. Only then you can consume the vegetables and the greens variety. And you are allowed to take only cucumber less than 100 grams in the form of salad. And when it comes to chutneys, prefer only mint leaves in the onion. Onion chutney can be taken with a handful of mint. Handful of mint will give you about 20 grams of mint leaves. If you cross 20 grams of mint leaves, the potassium will also raise. So the fruits which can be consumed, it's easy to remember. APPP, apple, papaya, pear, pineapple, strawberry, jamun, all these fruits can be consumed provided your fasting blood sugar is less than 125 and your postprandial is less than 180. You can consume any one of these fruits, but restrict your fruit to less than 100 grams. Whatever fits into your palm, you can take that much fruit. But always take the fruit mid-morning or evening or bedtime. Never take it along with the meal. And if you have taken an apple, a huge, 100 grams of apple already in the mid-morning, do not take another fruit in the evening or at bedtime. Or you can always take 50 grams of apple in the mid-morning and in the evening 50 grams of papaya. Now, you can also choose on one avla a day. One avla a day will not raise your potassium. But more than that, in any form, if you are going to take fruit in the form of a fruit juice, definitely it is going to raise your blood sugars as well as the potassium content in the diet. Now, when it comes to milk and milk products, strictly restrict the milk and milk products to less than 300 ml per day, whether it is your tea, coffee, milk, curd, or curdy, which one makes, or one makes more Colombo in the south. You have to restrict the milk and milk products to 300 ml per day. But suppose you are a vegetarian, you can relax it to 350 ml. But remember, you need to take only skimmed form. And when the phosphorus is on the higher side, sometimes you may have to restrict the milk depending on the serum phosphorus levels. Now, when it comes to protein, I have already told you CKD 1 to 3, you have to take dal only once a day. Suppose you have crossed the stage of CKD 3 to 5, then you cannot take dal, you cannot take whole grams. It's compulsory. You do not take any roasted Bengal gram, nuts also in your diet. You can consume egg white daily in CKD 1 to 3. In CKD 3 to 5 also, you can consume from 1 to 2 egg whites daily. Otherwise, you will end up with malnutrition. When it comes to chicken or fish, we usually allow once a month. From stage 1 to stage 3, you are allowed once a month chicken or fish. You can take the chicken gravy or the fish gravy without the chicken piece or fish on regular basis without adding coconut to it. Then when you have a raise in your phosphorus levels, remember chicken and fish also are sources of phosphorus. So if your phosphorus is high, that time avoid taking chicken or fish. When it comes to nuts and seeds to be included, avoid all nuts, all seeds in CKD stage 1 to 3 because they are a source of protein. The more the protein you push, you are at risk of increasing your urea and creatinine. And definitely in CKD 1 to 3, probably occasionally also, even if you consume almonds or walnuts, occasionally very small quantities is okay. But after CKD 3, definitely you are not going to consume any nuts or any seeds, even if they have several other health benefits. Now, fats and oils, choose on oil, which is either, take refined vegetable oil with gingerly oil or take rice bran oil, not more than half liter per month per person. The oils which you are supposed to avoid are groundnut oil. Groundnut oil you can consume if you strictly consume skimmed milk. Otherwise, avoid groundnut oil also. Avoid groundnut oil, coconut oil, palm oil, salted butter, lard, vanaspati, dalda, or any food product which says hydrogenated fat. Margarine, mayonnaise, cream. Avoid even reheating of oil. The cereals which you should avoid basically when you are suffering from diabetes is pressure cooked rice. But in the initial stages of CKD 1 to 3, you can consume oats, but not in the form of porridge. You can even take millets, not more than once a day at CKD stage 1 to 3. But after CKD stage 3, the fourth stage, fifth stage, avoid oats, avoid millets, always avoid instant cereals, whichever stage of CKD you are in. Anyways, always you will avoid bakery products, too much of biscuits, brown bread, cookies, rusk, salted bread, cake, waffles. All of this is going to raise your blood sugars, which will not only, worsen your blood sugar control, also you will progress to CKD very, very fast. I've already mentioned to you about the roots and tubers. In fruit juices, I've told you in fruits, you are allowed only apple, papaya, pear, pineapple. Guava is also a rich source of potassium. So if your potassium is high, avoid guava. Avoid tender coconut water, fresh fruit juices and Tetra Pak juices also. Some patients think that their hemoglobin status is very poor. They want to increase their iron by taking dates. Dates are a very, very poor source of iron. If your hemoglobin continuously starts dipping down, then you may require erythropoietin injections. So that will be handled because your kidney is not producing enough of erythropoietin to produce hemoglobin. That is why there is a dip in your hemoglobin. Milk, I've already told you, avoid all processed forms of milk and milk products, restricted to 300 ml. When it comes to non-vegetarian foods, avoid egg yolk, avoid red meat, all the prawns, lobsters, oysters, shrimps, salted fish, all the organ meats, red meats, all of them are avoided. If you are in CKD stage 1 to 3 or 1 to 5, you are allowed egg whites from 1 to 2 daily, but chicken or fish only once a month if you are in CKD 1 to 3. Sugars, obviously, anything which is in the form of visible sugar, you should avoid, whether it's palm sugar, jaggery, dates, honey, sago, arrowroot, maida, all these things should be avoided. When your potassium levels are high, remember, don't take green tea, black coffee, black tea, cocoa. Instant coffee also raises the potassium levels. Take very light tea when the potassium is on the higher side. This I've already mentioned to you. No pickle, papad, salted bread, molaga podi, dried salted fish, all the sauces, carbonated beverages, cool drinks, all the energy drinks, they have to be restricted because they are all sources of sodium and potassium. But yes, there are certain specific glycemic friendly drinks, glycemic friendly renal and glycemic friendly, energy drinks, which can be prescribed by your dietitian or your consulting nephrologist. Now, those alone you can consume. Now, when the potassium is high, remember those who are on Lona, Sapola salt, Tata Light, Himalaya Puro, or potassium salt, you should keep them away from your dining table because they will raise your potassium in your diet. I want to share one very important message. This entire session is incomplete if I don't talk to you about the fluid restriction. Usually in the first stage to third stage, there is not much need of fluid restriction when you are suffering from CKD stage 1, 2 or 3. But as the CKD stage progresses, the urine output starts reducing gradually. And when the urine output starts reducing gradually, you need to remember to restrict the fluid based on the nephrologist's opinion. Suppose they have missed on mentioning it to you, but mostly they don't miss out on mentioning. They usually tell you the fluid restriction is 1 liter, 1.2, 1.5 liters. Sometimes some of the patients have nil urine output. Like that time they are allowed only 500 ml of fluids per day. So remember, whenever we say fluid restriction, it includes milk, tea, coffee, gravy, water. All of this put together is fluid restriction. Usually the common way of telling fluid restriction is urine output plus 500 ml. Suppose the patient is passing 750 ml of urine per day. Next day onwards, the patient can add another 500 ml to the 750 and make it 1250 ml per day. So the simplest thumb rule is whatever is the urine output, you need not measure the urine output on daily basis. Once you have already measured, and based on that, you can decide as whatever is the urine output plus 500 ml, that much is the fluid restriction per day. And in that fluid restriction, the milk will last between 300 to 350 ml. Remaining, say about 200 to 250 ml will be gravy. The remaining fluid will be water. I think if you follow all these dietary restrictions, it will be easy to manage the diabetes along with chronic kidney disease. Wish you good health.